Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and I am a firm believer that breeding for profit is one of the best moneymakers in PokeMMO, but it's pretty difficult. It requires a lot of game knowledge, a lot of experience, and a fair bit of upstart capital to actually start spending money on those breeds. So today, I'm going to be showing you guys, I'm going to be giving myself 15 minutes to essentially make as much Pokeyen as possible from breeding just within 15 minutes. My goal when doing something like this is usually like 200 to 300k, which is a lot of Pokeyen to make in 15 minutes, but it's usually pretty intense, pretty fast paced, and you have to wait for stuff to sell. It's not just a get rich quick scheme. This is positives and negatives. It makes sense why you can make so much Pokeyen doing this. Breeding is a difficult system to learn in PokeMMO, an even more difficult system to master, and a lot of people need it for things like raids and all the new PVM content that's really been like hyped up and exciting and coming out in PokeMMO as of recent years. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. I have a calculator in the bottom middle of the screen to calc how much I spend, and I'll be pricing and selling everything after. And then I also have a timer on the bottom left starting at 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start right now. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. I think the first thing I want to go ahead and look for is Chimchars / Infernapes. So it turned out recently in a current raid. Fake tiers, we can actually already see these are 30k versus 40k. I'm going to go ahead and buy both of these. I think that could be a mistake, but we'll have to see. You could price check things. So the beauty of breeding is it's literally impossible to lose money if you are taking your time. If you're taking your time and checking things, it's actually impossible to lose money. You should always be able to check how much a breed will sell for before you actually go ahead and commit and purchase it. However, in a speed challenge, we don't really have that luxury. So I'm going to be looking for just dittos to match with these with 31 speed. I'll probably just buy the two cheapest ones. I could try to carry up like the defense stat on this one. Let's see the other one. Obviously, as you can see, my mechanics aren't even the fastest, and we'll probably still make decent money on this. That one's like 9,500, I guess. Sure, we'll get rid of the defense stat and then go for the cheapest one there. So that was 20k, let's say 18k, plus 18k for both of those dittos, plus we're about to pay 40k in braces. So let's do plus 20k and then plus 20k again, excuse me for that. So we are going to pay 40k in braces. Let's go grab 2 attack braces and 2 speed braces. Get these all ready to go. Just attacks on both Chimchars and speeds on both dittos. These should come out decent profit regardless, but I'm hoping that if we roll like a nature, that's where the profit really starts to lean in. And if you don't know what Pokemon you should breed for profit, I have a video on my channel called, if you just Google what are the best Pokemon to breed for profit in PokeMMO. I do want to actually check how big is the price variance from male to female on these, because that it can be worth to pay it, but it could also not be. Massive price differential. However, these seem like these don't sell very often. That might be worth to do it, though. I think I'm going to go ahead and pay for these to be female. It's much more expensive, but even though they don't sell that often, the price differential being that high, I do think it is actually worth it. So I'm going to have to add 42k or whatever, 42k to the cost here in a quick sec for paying for those gender. We've already gone like 3 minutes or whatever, so we've already spent 160,000 Pokeyen. However, you might have seen literally one of these Chimchars might already sell for that. So next up, I'm sticking to like raid Pokemon. That's kind of what's on my brain at the moment. Looking for like hidden ability Vulpixes / Ninetales, which are super powerful in 2 raids, obviously. Let's go ahead and look for like 20 plus. I like to do these kind of stat searches a lot. This one's 3 times 31. That seems pretty good. However, it is male, so you'd have to actually get a ditto to breed it for profit if you wanted to breed. Let's do Ninetales and see what's the cheapest. Let's do Ninetales, not Arcanine. We see a 31 attack here. I don't know if I have enough experience with the Ninetales market to really know how to breed this. I'm a little hesitant going into this. I've literally never bred Ninetales for profit before. However, I'm going to go ahead and buy this one for 40k because I think it could give me a nice profit. I could be mistaken. Once again, have literally never bred this market before, and I'm still going to go ahead and go for it. So what we need here is a male field alpha Pokemon. We're going to go over to alpha, yes, field, Male, we're going to look for something with 31 speed to match that one. Probably go 31 defense. I'm guessing that'll be cheaper. I do want to keep the HP if possible. Actually, field special attack is probably decently cheap. Let's look for that, and then we can brace the defense. So it's 48k there versus over here, 50k. It's kind of the same, honestly. Let's just do 31. It's a little cheaper to get the Espeon. So we're going to pick up this Espeon. That was plus 48k, I believe. Oh, I messed up my calculator. Let's go back in time. I was at 200k, so excuse me for that. That was after buying the plus 42k. Yeah, that was after buying the Ninetales. So I'm at 200k. Sorry about that. We can go check our trade log to see what I bought this Espeon for. Thankfully, it is working today. Plus 48k. We're at 248k spent at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and buy a speed brace and a defense brace. Defense brace, speed brace, that will be plus 20k over on the calculator, of course. We're at 268k spent. We're going to make sure to put those braces on the correct Pokemon. Like this. Go through with the breed. Beautiful, beautiful. 3x31 Vulpix. Now, do I want to make this male or female? Becomes another interesting question. Let's honestly go check. It might not be worth to even do either here. This one's actually kind of tough. Let's just do 20, 20. Let's just do 20, 20, 31, 31 like this. We'll just do it like this and then see. This will not be an accurate price check of ours, but I mean, as you can see, the male seems significantly cheaper. People want their Ninetales. They want it as a Ninetales. This one's female, 3x31. This one's up for 15 days though versus this one for 3 hours. This is a tough one. I honestly don't know exactly how to sell this one. Or how to breed this one. I think I'm gonna go female. I think people would rather have versus the. I might just randomly roll it and not pay the extra 5k. Honestly, if it rolls male, it can be a group breeder. If it rolls female, it can be a an actual Ninetales raid Pokemon. Okay, so what next? When I don't know exactly what to breed, you can always check over on the PvP statistics and see like what's popping right now. So for example, Lucario is very popular. Also, Lucario can be okay in raids. Hitmontop is very popular, but not a very popular raid Pokemon. So I don't know if I want to jump into that right now. You want to think back on what was really good in raids recently. Honchkrow with Sucker Punch has been good here at times during raids. Let's go check. Like, what's a 2x31? Honchkrow cost 66k. What's a Murkrow looking at? But Murkrows are much more expensive. People want the Murkrows for Prankster. Just Prankster Murkrows in general. Let's see. 2x31. What if we can get an Adamant Nature on it? 100k for a 2x31 Honchkrow with Adamant Nature. I wonder if we could. Okay, let's go look at. I mean, if we could get a good deal on one, which it very well might be possible. 19k as a Whismur. Murkrow. I'm not seeing anything though. You want to? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I'll double check. 30k, that might be a good deal. It's 2x31, hilariously. That might be what we're looking for. I might pick that up since everything else is obviously so much more expensive. Honchkrow prices, wow, yeah, wow, those prices are kind of insane right now. This is actually definitely a good deal. We're going to go ahead and pick that up. So it doesn't have Prankster. It doesn't have Hidden access, so you want to make this a Honchkrow. Sucker Punch Honchkrow is pretty good right now. That was plus 30k over on our costs. We're going to add that on. Okay. So we've got our Murkrow. We want to Everstone this 100,000%. We're going to want to Everstone this, and then we want to get a Flying Aid group. Flying. Ooh, this is going to be a little awkward. Flying, because it needs the IVs, like a lot of IVs, right? We definitely want to keep these two if possible. Oh, man, I really want to keep the third, but it's going to be... I think it might be too... I don't think it's worth the price. I think we unfortunately just lose that IV / randomly roll it. I'd happily would have paid 30k just for the Nature plus IV. So, yeah, I'm weirdly just going to, like, roll that. That was plus 38k, 39k, let's say, for that Pidove. It is plus 5k for the Everstone. I had it in my bag, but it's still expected cost, so we're going to track that. Then the Pidove has 31 speed. We're going to go grab our Power Anklet here. Put that on our Pidove. Head over and carry through that breed. We have our Chimchars in our inventory. We're going to put them over in the PC and sell them after we're done. So we can see this. I didn't brace the... oh, I braced the wrong thing. Okay, oopsies. I braced speed instead of attack. We're going to go grab the attack brace instead. And I'll even add an extra 10k cost on for that mistake, because mistakes will happen while breeding, and that's something that honestly I think it's important to calculate. So we can obviously use the brace for something else afterwards. Let's go ahead and go through with this breed. Don't have to worry about the gender. Boom, bam. There is that breed taken care of. Let's go through the Chimchars. We still have 6 minutes left. Honestly, feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good after that much time. What could I do next? I like checking out Hippos every now and again. Hippos tend to be good profit, but they're not a raid Pokemon, which leaves me feeling a little worried about that. But let's go check the prices. I would like to stick to raid Pokemon here where possible. Pokemon that are good in raids. We do see this is 31 special attack, so it's kind of irrelevant. But like, look at this. This is just a good flip, honestly. What's like a 2x31 Hippo? Like, Hippos are a weirdly expensive Pokemon because it's actually so hard to like catch them and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. That was 20k plus 20k for that Hippo. We're not gonna worry about the special attack stat. It's only field A group, so it's pretty cheap to get a breeder, I think. Let's do field, male, and then you want to go for probably, we can just high roll the special defense, or even medium roll it. Probably high roll this. Let's go for HP. That's the most important thing here. Breeders for this are going to be hyper cheap. And buy this Cubchoo for plus 4,500. We're then going to go buy 2 braces for 10,000 Pokeyen, so it's plus 20k. I probably am also going to pay for the probably also going to pay for the gender on this one, since generally you really want those female Hippos. It's a very desired species, a very good Pokemon in PvP, and very difficult to catch them in the wild. Go through with this breed. We're gonna make it female, so we're gonna pay the extra 5k. Add that onto our cost. Looking good. 2x31 coming out as a Hippo. Should be good to just go through with that. We don't have to worry about the Cubchoo losing its hidden ability access. That doesn't matter for this example. All right, another breed down, costing me 401,000 Pokeyen so far. Within 10 minutes of breeding, it can be expensive, but it also, you know, you make profit. That's why it's so good. Volcarona, or let's do Darmanitan actually. Darumaka / Darmanitan is an absolute powerhouse in raids. It's kind of ridiculous. Look at this, and it shows. With 31 attack Darmanitans, the market has been adjusting to raid Pokemon very well. Very well, as you can see there. What if we look for just adamant like no IV Darmanitans? The cheapest, wow, the cheapest adamant Darumaka, 17,000 Pokeyen. That is crazy. That's so crazy. Maybe I do just go buy this one for 20k. What's a 2x31 one cost? 72k at the moment. I feel like that's got to be a profit then, to just go ahead and buy this one for 20k plus 20k over on the calculator. I don't even know if it was male or female. It doesn't really matter here. It is female, which makes it a better breed for me, a cheaper breed. Let's then go for field, male, 31 attack. Super cheap. Look at this. Super cheap. 5k. I'll just go ahead and pick up the cheapest one. Plus 5,500, we'll say. Even out our number a little bit, which is nice. And then go pick up braces. We need attack and speed. We already bought a speed one, so now we can actually make up for that mistake we made earlier and only add plus 10k to the calculator. Our Darmanitan is the speed, whereas our Zigzagoon is the attack. Head over to if you really want to be efficient, you could you know, plan all these breeds in your PC and then head over to the daycare man after. Do I want this to be male or female? Let's go double check. Once again, I'm even being safe here and sort of double checking, as opposed to if you really want to just, you know, whip out some breeds, you can do it a bit quicker. Female here is a little bit more expensive. Male here is a little cheaper, but these haven't sold for a few days. I'm going to randomly just put them up. This is also the perfect time. I am breeding these things right before the Lunar New Year event. This video might obviously release a month or so later. You can always breed this. We Everstoned this, right? Yeah, we Everstoned this, I believe. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Breeding for profit is a evergreen money-making method. Now, you might want to change or adjust what mons you're breeding for profit, but you will always be able to make profit breeding Pokemon for profit in PokeMMO. The way the economy works is it's always going to be a consistent thing. It's just a matter of game knowledge, skill, and, you know, expertise and time, right? It takes time. You can't just learn this stuff overnight. We see a Larvesta here for 21,000. We see actually 2 Larvesta females for cheaper than the other ones. It might be worth to go ahead. Do I have enough time, though? That's the only scary thing. I'm going to go ahead and buy both of these. That's plus 44k. Hopefully, I've added everything correctly. I don't have that much time here, though. I do have to actually look for breeders here really, really quickly for these. Only about a minute or so left. Let's do egg group, bug, male. Let's try to keep that. Let's try to get let's just go for special attack, maybe. Let's just go for special attack, maybe. And let's try to roll certain things if we can, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Let's grab that, sure. Plus 4k. We'll like overestimate the next one. And then this is... I need another matching one for this one. I need to be a little bit faster here. 25, egg group, bug, male. We'll try to high roll this defense, honestly, and try to keep this high, and then go for it. This might be kind of expensive, though, if I look for a breeder like this. What if I lower these to, like, this to this, and then maybe this to this, running really, really low on time. 30k for a breeder. It's a bit more than I want to pay. What if I lower this? 10k, I will take that all day. Plus, I'm going to do plus 10k plus 40k for braces, so plus 50k right here. This will be my final breeds. These will be my final breeds. I'm going to go ahead and get these taken care of. I need 2 special attack braces, 2 speed special braces. I'm going to go ahead and finish these breeds, and I'll see you guys in a sec when I'm done. Alrighty, I did go ahead and add 10k to the cost, 10 more k to the cost, because I did go ahead and pay for both of the Larvestas and the breeds to come out female, guaranteed. But let's go ahead and start going through. I'm going to go ahead and start listing things off. I'm just going to keep in mind that 545,000-ish was our initial cost. We are still waiting on 2 eggs to hatch, but those can just hatch while we sell. It's good to be efficient like that in PokeMMO where possible. There's no reason to just sit here and wait. So this is going to be more than, I'll be honest and say this is more than 15 minutes of work. It's probably around 20, 25, maybe 30, but usually around 20, 25, I would say, after selling things off. So it's not just 15 minutes of, you know, of work to some extent, but you really, the profit is just, it's ridiculous, you know. So let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first, we have these both 2x31 Chimchars. I don't think any of them came out with a usable nature. One's timid, one's rash. I don't think either of those are usable. I did pay for both of them to be female. The cheapest one is 165k, which is way too expensive. It does have a lonely nature, so I think it's like semi-usable is probably the argument here. I'm probably going to list both of mine for 130, 120. Actually, what's the other one's 75? Let's do 125 on each. I think that leaves enough margin for a breed for profit. I think that's a very, very fair, very, very fair price. It probably costs me, I don't know how much it cost me exactly to breed both of these. 30k plus the 2 braces, 50k, probably like 60k-ish, 55k. It probably costs 55k-ish. So let's just do 125k on each. We're going to erase this number on a calculator and calculate our new expected revenue, of course. So we're going to list this for 125. I'm going to subtract 60 on the listing fee as well. So we're going to track this. We're going to track both of these guys as 119k, I think. So let's just list that off. List off the other one. Kind of the same exact thing. Boom, boom. So we're going to do 119k. 119, if I could type correctly. 119,000 times 2 is our first 2 sales, obviously once they eventually sell. Vulpix coming in here. Female Vulpix, not relaxed nature, which is like not great, but like can honestly be usable in certain things. Not really great in raids. Not really great in raids, to be fair. Could be used on certain Ninetales. Let's just do Vulpix. Vulpix, lowest price. You want to do alpha. You do want to do female, and then you want to do 31, 31, and then 25 plus in every other stat. And obviously there is an extra 31 here, but I will kind of calculate on. Like, this is actually perfect. This one's comparable, but it's modest. So keep that in mind. This Vulpix is going to go for shmoney. I'm going to be super honest. I probably end up going 260, 280 on it would be my guess. I could probably go 300, man. Especially once raids roll around in the next few days with Lunar New Year event on the horizon. Now, that is one thing that's not always going to be the case, but, I mean, people are preparing for raids now. I think it's going to become normalized for people to prepare for raids outside of just event season. At least the good players will be preparing for raids, you know, in July and June in these off-season times where it's probably cheaper and better to build those Pokemon. So I'm going to go ahead and sell that and do plus 285k after the listing fee. And then I'll go ahead and head over to, next up, we've got the Honchkrow. We did Everstone that. Both of my Larvestas came out. Did either of these? I haven't seen any good nature rolls yet. This one rolled quiet. This one rolled modest. Now that is a, and all the the one with all the defenses. Oh, this is the breed of the day. This is the breed of the day. It rolled modest nature. Are you kidding me? That's going to be big, big money. Let's focus on the Honchkrow first. Are you kidding me? We're almost already at our cost, and we have 5 Pokemon left to sell. That's actually ridiculous. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over to the Honchkrow. Let's do. We're just doing Honchkrow. We're just going to do Adamant. 2 times 31. It's very possible that on one of these breeds, it's more likely / normal that on one of these breeds I don't profit. Like, you're not always going to profit on every breed for profit. Usually, worst case scenario, you lose like 20k. Like, that's like, oh man, I really messed up on a breed. When you're experienced, that when you're learning, there are times where you lose 400 or 500k on a breed, and just. But it also sucks because that's the worst time to lose it. When you're learning breeding for profits, when you really need the money the most. It hurts the most to lose it. Trust me. I know. I've been there. We all make those mistakes. You just got to keep going, even though it hurts. The cheapest Honchkrow is 130k, but I don't think that's a good representation. Honchkrow is going to be the better one because people are looking for that. I'm just going to go 99k on this one to straight up undercut that one to have the cheapest one on the market. That's going to be plus 95k. Probably made a small profit on that. I don't remember what it cost to breed, honestly. We'll get that. Put out there like that. Next up, the Hippo did roll Adamant, which is kind of relevant. I don't know how many people want to run an Adamant Hippo. Also, a lot of the stats came out really, really, really nice. This came out hasty, which is fine. Let's go see what this Hippo goes for. Hippo prices, I have made some insane money in the past breeding Hippos. This can be a Pokemon. This can be a crazy. There's just not many people farming them. Not enough people breeding them for profit, I would argue, either. This one's lonely, which is not good. Relaxed is much better. Mine's Adamant. What if we do like 25 plus in these stats and just see what this looks like? Lonely Impish is a usable 200k. I might just go 17. Ooh, this is a weird price check. This is why I think a lot of new players don't breed hippos, because they're difficult to price check, because you have to kind of just guesstimate what a PvP or what someone's willing to pay to actually buy that hippo. I feel like I can just go. It feels so greedy. I could just go 150k. A normal if I was, it depends. I wouldn't say normal. I think going 199.8 like this is actually the smartest decision here, in my opinion, based on these other prices. If I was looking at this market, I'm looking for a ready-to-play hippo that is ready to go. I look at this Impish one. Like, screw these extra 31s. They're lonely. They're unusable, right? But if I saw like, oh man, like this one's got 2 times 31, and it's not Impish, which is the better nature, but it's Adamant, which is kind of based and fun. Let me make a little bit of a meme comp with this hippo. Like, this can do some work. That's what I would sell it for, is the 199.8. But that's what I would buy. I would buy that, honestly, if I was looking at that market, looking for a hippo. So let's sell that off and do plus 190k. You could just quick sell it for 150k. That's nothing wrong with that, or even like the 140 or whatever number. Probably it would sell much quicker, but I'm in no rush to get Pokeyen. I don't mind just sitting there trying to get some extra yen out of it. These mons can sit on the GTL. It's really not a problem for me. Let's do 31 attack, 31 speed, Darumaka. Not too much profit on this one. I don't think this is anything special. It's just a Darumaka. We would just do this. We would just undercut. We'll do plus 69k on that after the listing fee. And then we have our final 2 Larvestas left. I think we're around that 300k profit threshold for sure, which is what I was looking for. Usually when I do 15 minutes of breeding for profit, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that 300k metric. So we got our Larvesta. This is a pretty easy one as well. There's not really much else going on this thing. So personally, I would just do Larvesta. You would do female. The female is important. Honestly, arguably lost money on this breed. I don't remember what it cost. Might have lost money on this breed, which is important to show. You don't always make profit on every breed. I could be extra patient and wait. I'm probably just going to undercut this one, honestly. I think that's fine. Plus 62k, 61. Let's be careful. I might have broke even. I either broke even or like didn't make much on that one, I'll be honest. Now this one, this is crazy. This is actually beautiful. I can't believe how well this came out. It's actually kind of crazy. We're going to do 31 physical attack, 31 speed, 20 plus in everything. This is going to go for at least 150k, I would think, if not more. If not more. That's, oh my goodness. 250k is the cheapest option on the GTL. And these are 25 plus in the defenses, so theirs is a bit better than mine. I mean, this is like a quick sell at 225k. I'm gonna go 240, and even that's like a quick sell. I'm just gonna do plus. You know what I'm gonna do here at the end? I like to be safe and fair and show you guys real guesstimates, because I might have to relist some of these things. Instead of doing the plus 240, plus 220, I'm just going to do plus 200k there on that final Larvesta, because maybe I have to relist some of these things and that costs some money. We have to lower them a little bit, you know? You could even, if you want to, once again, worst case scenario, if you just chop off the 138k Pokeyen, I still made like 500k profit, right? Like this is the power of breeding for profit. And I want to show this because when catching Pokemon, whenever a market is good or bad for certain reasons, it's good or bad for other reasons in a different part of the market, right? So right now, catching Pokemon for profit is really, really bad. Alphas are really strong. Netball was broken for a while, but now that's been fixed. A lot of things are making it so that good IV Pokemon aren't that valuable. And whenever that's the case, breeding Pokemon for profit is usually extremely, extremely good. So if we take this number, subtract our 550,000 Pokeyen cost, we ended up making 588,000 Pokeyen modestly in around half an hour. That's insane. Breeding for profit is ridiculous. If you aren't breeding for profit, if you don't know how to breed for profit, you're hurting yourself in PokeMMO. I really, really encourage everyone to breed for profit. It's so powerful. This is the best 15-minute test I've had in a long time breeding for profit, and I haven't even done this in a while. Like, I haven't done at least a test. I do a little bit of breeding for profit here and there casually on stream if I'm, I pretty much just do 15 minutes of breeding for profit a day, and bam, my money making's done. And that's all I have to do, and then I can go shiny hunt and do whatever else I want to do in the game. Breeding for profit, super powerful. It's a game knowledge thing. It's an experience thing. You need capital. There's a lot of requirements for it, but man, is it good. Go breed for profit. Like this video if it was helpful to you. That means the world to me. It's a very quick click. Dislike if you didn't like it. If I ruined your money-making method, as per usual, true and real. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch for PokeMMO streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations do go an extremely long way and allow me to make PokeMMO content. Hopefully, it's a little helpful. Hopefully, you guys can make some sick Pokeyen. Good luck and enjoy your PokeMMO journey. Hey, thank you so very much for watching until the very end of the video. That means the world to me. And if your name is listed here, you're the reason I'm able to do this in the first place by going above and beyond and supporting the channel via YouTube memberships and Twitch Primes. Thank you so much. Have a great day.